Hi, this is Mrs. Smith, 5th grade science teacher at Cherokee Elementary in Alexandria, Louisiana. Today we're going to talk about the Science Interactive Notebook. It's going to be your first step to making an A in science this year. Why do you need to make a notebook? Well, this is not your normal notebook. Our first reason is that the science textbook is out of date. In fact, it thinks there are 9 planets, and we all know that Pluto got demoted, and now we only have 8. Your Science Interactive Notebook will help you process what you learn each day, and you will become an independent scientific thinker. If you put everything in your science notebook, then nothing gets lost. Your Science Interactive Notebook also serves as your study guide for each test, so your tests are easy to study for. And probably the best reason for some of you, it gives you 1 to 3 easy A's each 9 weeks. It's a major grade, just like your test. And if we do everything in class, then you should have everything in your notebook and have a 100 every time I grade it. Now there is a little trick to your science notebook. The more you put into it, the more useful it will be. You never know when I'm going to do a little informal check of your notebook, so keep it up to date every single day. Now, besides those informal daily grades you may get in your notebook, I'm going to check your notebook formally. That means for a major grade every time you take a test. So when we finish a unit and you're taking a test on it, I will be grading your notebook. But at least 1 week before that check, I will give you a rubric. A rubric is kind of like a checklist, and you can actually use that to check your notebook yourself. So you'll have an idea of what your grade will be even before I check it. That formal grade will include things like whether or not your activities are complete. Did you do quality work? Does it have visual appeal? That means, does it look good? Is it neat? And is it organized? Now, you may be asking yourself, what do I do if I'm absent? Well, you are still responsible for all activities in your notebook, even when you're absent. So, if you're out of school for any reason, you need to ask someone in your class the day you come back, what did you miss in science? You can even copy out of their notebook. You can come to me and get your missing assignments so that you can put them in. But you are responsible for all work, yes, even if you're absent. You can use colors, color pencils, and pencils in your notebook. And you can use highlighters in your glossary. But please, don't use pen or markers. They bleed through the page so that you can't see what's on the other side. And that makes your notebook look really messy. You can decorate your front cover with all sorts of things like duct tape, washi tape, masking tape, stickers, anything you'd like to put on the front cover. On the front cover, you also have to treat it just like a regular book and have the title, Science Interactive Notebook, your name because you're the author, the hour that you have science, and then you can decorate it any way you like. With a Sharpie on the back cover, please write your name, very large, what hour you have science, and your homeroom teacher. This helps if your cover for some reason falls off. We'll be able to know whose notebook it is. The very first page in your notebook will be treated as your title page. On a title page of any book, it has the title, Science Interactive Notebook, the author's name, which is of course your name. The publisher will be Cherokee Elementary. The place is Alexandria, Louisiana. And then you choose a picture. The illustration is your choice. Try to make it something scientific. The page directly behind the title page, well, actually, the back side of the title page is the copyright page. On the copyright page, please put the publisher again, Cherokee Elementary, the place, Alexandria, Louisiana, and this year, 2014-2015. The very next page is your table of contents. You're going to add to it daily. Every time you finish an activity, you're going to put that activity on your table of contents with the page number of that activity. You're going to write table of contents at the top of this page. Then you're going to skip over 3 pages, writing table of contents at the top of each page as you go. After you have skipped your pages for your table of contents, you're ready to begin numbering your pages. The one on the left side will be number 1. All odd pages are on the left. The one on the right side will be number 2. All right-hand pages are even numbers. All pages must have a title at the very, very top. All of them must have a number at the very, very bottom. The numbers go in the center under the last line, and they all have to have a date. The date always goes in the outside corner. The left side pages, the date is in the left-hand corner. On your right-hand pages, the date is in the right-hand corner. Let's begin to look at some examples. Here is what your notebook would look like when it is open. Now there's a few differences that we need to fix on this page. For instance, your left side does not have the number at the top, but at the bottom in the very center, and it's always an odd number. The right side would not have the number at the top. It would have the number at the bottom, and it would be an even number. The left side pages are what we call brain pages. That's where you respond to something we've done in class. Graphic organizers, drawings, diagrams, homework, those sorts of things. The right side are things that we do in class. Your notes, worksheets, handouts, and any classwork or experiments. Once again, on your right side, you must have even numbers. The page numbers go in the center of the page under the last line. The date goes on the far right-hand corner. All the right side pages are our activity pages. They're also known as input pages. You must use a glue stick or tape to attach your activities. No liquid glue. The right side page is an input page. This is our page. These are the pages that we do together in class. Your experiments, your classwork, notes, worksheets, those sorts of things. I'll tell you what to put on the right side page. Notice the right side page has a title at the top, page numbers at the bottom, and the page numbers are always even, and your date goes at the bottom right-hand corner. The left side pages are your pages. First of all, the left side pages have odd numbers. The page numbers go in the center again under the last line. The date goes in the far left corner. These pages are what we call brain pages. They're your brain pages. They're where you tell your brain what you learned in class. Here are some things that you can do on your left side pages. You can choose to do some diagrams or drawings. You can write a paragraph a journaling or narrative type, graphic organizers, thinking maps, picture sentences, poetry, raps, cartoons, maps, any type of graph, picture, any way that your brain learns best. This is what a left side page or output page would look like. You're going to have the title at the top, the page number in the center at the bottom under the last line, and the date will go in the left corner. This side is your side. You will work independently, that means by yourself, to show what you know or what you think about what we learned in class today. Just like any good science book, our book is going to have a glossary, but our glossary is going to work a little differently. It's not going to be alphabetical, and it's going to go backwards. I want you to turn all the way back to the very last page of your notebook. At the top, you'll need to write the word glossary. You will start writing your vocabulary words on this page. When this page is full, instead of turning farther to the back, you go backwards, back toward the front to write your next word. And your glossary will go that way, backwards. It will be grouped according to units, not according to the alphabet. Do a great job in this notebook, and it will help you do a great job in science this year. Don't forget to answer the quiz so that you can get credit for completing this video.